Hare Krishna. In the series of lesser known stories of Mahabharat, we are currently discussing the story of Dushyant and Shakuntala. But as I told in the previous episode, the Shakuntala and Dushyant story cannot be complete unless and until we know the story of their ancestors. So, it is important for us to know the story of Vishwamitra Muni, who became from Rajarshi he became Bramharshi, and also we should know the story of Shakuntala. As Shakuntala, how she got born and how she got married to Dushyant is important. Why we are discussing this? Because Dushyant and Shakuntala's children will give birth to Bharat, Maharaj Bharat, and who will be ancestors of Dhritarashtra, Shantanu, and all seniors of Mahabharat. So if you have missed the previous episode, I will give the link in the description of the video. Kindly go to the previous episode and see that. Then it will be easy, because in the previous episode number 15, I have talked about the birth history of Rishi Vishwamitra. In this episode, I will quickly touch upon how Vishwamitra became Rajarshi to Bramharshi, and also I will touch upon what was the ploy of Indra so that Maneka came in the life of Vishwamitra. Let's begin our session. Hare Krishna. Subsequent to this slide, actually we will also talk in the future episode how Shakuntala got married to Dushyanta, how Dushyanta was the descendant of Puru, who was actually the Yajati's youngest son, and also how the Chandravangsha came. And then in the same episodes, we will also touch upon Bharat Maharaj story. Bharat Maharaj is an important part of the entire Kadi, so we should know about Bharat Maharaj story also. In the previous episode, I touched upon two important dynasty. One is Surya Vangsha and another is Chandra Vangsha. As I also told in the previous episode, that Surya Vangsha actually had a very the Ikshaku king was from Surya Vangsha, and in that Vangsha Lord Rama came, and Chandra Vangsha in that Jajati came, and the Jajati was actually finally Lord Krishna, and all Mahabharata dynasty, they came in the Chandra Vangsha. So Surya Vangsha and Chandra Vangsha are important episode which I touched upon in the previous episode. So as I told you, Vishwamitra was actually son of Maharaj Gaddi and Satyavati. Now I also told you this Satyavati is not to be confused with the later on Satyavati whom we find in Mahabharata. Now, because Maharaj Gaddi was son of Kushanava, his another name is also Kaushiku. Now Vishwamitra, when he was a king, Maharaj Kaushika, he one day decided that he will go for a hunting expedition. And for hunting expedition, he took a large amount of soldiers with him. Around, in those days, they say one Akshohini, millions of soldiers consist of one Akshohini. He took the soldiers with him. He went from different countries, went from different provinces, and then reached the jungle, reached the forest. On the way, he actually saw many auspicious women as well. He met Balkhillo Rishis also. In one of my episodes earlier, I spoke of Balkhillo Rishis. They were great bhaktas and they were pure devotee, and they were actually from Krishna's own one incarnation in one form. Now those Balkhillo Rishis were actually hanging upside down, and Vishwamitra got amused looking at them because they are chanting in that condition. Finally, he reached the heritage of the great sage Vasishtha Muni. Vasishtha was very happy seeing Vishwamitra. Looking at the king, he welcomed him. He offered him, not only him and his entire soldier, he wanted to give him prasadam. But Vishwamitra said that, sage, you are only a lone person in the jungle. How you can organize such a beautiful prasad for so many people? So Vishwamitra said, no, you better you leave it, we will go away. But Vasishtha Muni said, no, you don't have to worry on that. I have a special cow whose name is Kamdhenu. Kamdhenu is a celestial cow, and whatever is asked from Kamdhenu comes true. So Kamdhenu will able to produce food for all of you. You please take rest. So Vasishtha Muni asked Kamdhenu, and Kamdhenu offered very beautiful prasadam made of ghee and also made of sweet milk and all other things. And those prasadam was so tasty that Vishwamitra has never tasted this kind of prasadam in the entire life. So he was very amazed looking at the power of Kamdhenu. So he made a proposal to Vasishtha Muni. He said, I will give you 8 provinces from my kingdom. Also, I will give you the 300 similar cows, elephants, horses, and also I will give you a full kingdom. So you please exchange all of them with the Kamdhenu. But Vasishtha Muni said, I cannot exchange Kamdhenu. Kamdhenu has been given to me by Devraj Indra, and it was actually a gift to me for a long time. And Kamdhenu is supposed to be with me. I cannot. You are a king. You are a Kshatriya. You are not supposed to have Kamdhenu. Kamdhenu has to be happen somebody who has actually won the senses, Jitendriya. Now the Kaushika king or Vishwamitra did not understand all these things. He kept on pleading him for the Kamdhenu, and then finally when he realized that this Rishi is not going to budge, he said, if you do not give this Kamdhenu, then I will attack you and I will destroy your hermitage. Vasishtha Muni said that yes, please do that. I have no option. I cannot give you Kamdhenu. So he became so angry that he attacked the Vasishtha Muni with his entire soldier. Now, very surprisingly, Vasishtha Muni, by the mantra, he generated some forces. Those forces are called Javana Shakha. Now those forces are so powerful, they started fighting with Vishwamitra's forces. And then he approached Kamdhenu and he requested Kamdhenu if he can also generate some forces. So it is told in our scriptures that Kamdhenu being Kamdhenu, she can do whatever he asks for. She produces 5 kind of forces. One is Kambodja. Kambodja are the forces which are as good as sun god, each one of them. So they were so powerful, so with so much amount of light and effulgence, those Kambodja forces started fighting. Then he from her stun area or from her ardors, she generated which is called Barbaras. Barbaras are one kind of Rakshasas. So they also started fighting with the forces. Then from her yoni area, she produces something called Javana and Kirata. From her hair, he produces something which is called Mlecha. Now these forces are so powerful that they fought valiantly, and Vishwamitra's entire one Akshoni forces got completely depleted. Not only that, he lost 3 of his princes also, 3 of his sons also. So Vishwamitra was shocked. He never thought that a sage with no weapon can give this much fight and can actually cause so much of damage. So he actually went back and he started doing a very strong meditation, very strong austerity, and wanted help from Mahadev. So maybe after many years, Mahadev arrived, and Mahadev said that, okay, what do you mean? What do you want? So Vishwamitra Muni said, I want a perfect one knowledge of the archery, which in Sanskrit we call Dhanurvidya, and also I want knowledge of other weaponry, with which so Mahadev said that, so be it, you get those knowledge. So Vishwamitra, with those knowledge, he again collected all the soldiers and he again went and attacked. She not only attacked, he actually burned the entire forest, burned the entire hermitage with his knowledge. And he was so powerful that whosoever was coming in front of him was getting defeated because of Mahadev's boon. So when Vasishtha Muni met him, he said, your power is of no use, because what are you doing? You are a Kshatriya. What is the dharma of Kshatriya? Kshatriya is supposed to protect the people, and what you are doing, you are actually out of your own sense gratification. You want Kamdhenu and you are destroying hermitage of his Rishi. Your powers are of no use. So Vishwamitra then again pleaded. He said that I have burnt your entire ashram, I will burn you also. Then Vasishtha Muni, very surprisingly, took out just one small grass, and from that grass he produced a small stick which is akin to the Yam Danda of Yam, and with that he completely defeated Vishwamitra and his all forces. And therefore Vishwamitra was shocked. He again went back. He went back and he started contemplating that what is that power that Rishi has, that despite of having so much of power he could not conquer him. So then he realized that the power which is in the material world, what we have, has got no equivalence to the divine power which is obtained from the power of the divinity. So then he decided that I will now do a austerity and I also will become a rishi. So he left everything, and it is told that he did austerity for 60,000 years. And after doing austerity, he actually became. So he was a king. When he started doing austerity, he became a Rajarshi, and after a whole sort of austerity, he became he was supposed to be Bramharshi. So Brahmaji came, and he said that I am very happy, I want to make you Bramharshi. But before that, one small on the same time, parallel, one more incident happened actually. Indra, by the way, was very anxious that if Vishwamitra gets so much of power, there is a possibility he may attack Swarga and then replace Indra actually. So what he did, he told Maneka was one of the Urvashi in Swarglok, and he told her, you go and you lure Vishwamitra Muni, and his austerity should not get complete. But by the time Vishwamitra already had become Brahmarshi. So remember, she was very determined that it will make more progress. He was doing austerity. But as it is told in Bhagavad Gita that if we do not take control of our senses, then one sense, if it is loose, it can create havoc. Vishwamitra was doing the austerity by closing his eyes, but just one ankle bell ring sound of Maneka actually disturbed him, and he got so disturbed he opened his eyes and he got completely enchanted with beauty of Maneka. So Maneka said, I have come here because we want to be together. I want to enjoy your association. Vishwamitra then completely agreed to the proposal, and they actually met. And for that is next episode I will go to the story. Because of that, Shakuntala took birth. But Shakuntala episode is quite big, so I will take this story in the next episode. And also in the next episode I will add one more story, how Vishwamitra made the king Trishanku available between the Swarg and Martha. So I will stop here. This story is very interesting and we need to know, because Vishwamitra is actually the father of Shakuntala, and Shakuntala was mother of Bharat. So therefore it is important for us to know. So do see till end. If you are not able to see other video, go to the playlist. I will give the whole list. You can see other videos from there. And if you want to make any comment, kindly make comments and let me know whether you are liking this. Hare Krishna.